Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. It's time for another Hedgehog Hollow project. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's see what I'm making. I'm really big on making things that match at the moment. So we have our box and I thought I would colour in some more hedgehogs. You can see I've got 3 here. I haven't wholly decided which ones I'm using, so I just thought I'd colour all 3. These ones already have their outlines done in. And I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm just really lightly going around just with a really soft pressure under the ears, under the arm, between the legs. Anywhere I think it'd be a bit darker, I add in a bit more colour. So add in a tiny little colour in the middle of this and around the umbrella. I did forget what I was doing in some spots and just go all the way around the arm and things. Oh dear. I'm just using really light pressure so that I don't get many lines left behind. And then I'm going to make a red, white and blue umbrella. I'm just building up some colour at the bottom and I'm going to pull it up with my paintbrush. So white, blue, and then I'll do red at the end again. I just went and grabbed some new water brushes that I got. These are some J Burrows. In Australia we get them from Officeworks. I'm not sure where else you can get them from. I've only seen them at Officeworks, so I'm just going to get the sizing out of them. I think I will make the balloon blue. I could do this little bit as well. I'm just going to go all the way around the outside very lightly and I'll pull the colour across. So I'm going to try this small little brush and to wet all the watercolour and pull it out. Going to pick up a little bit of paint off the pencil and fill in this area really lightly. This little bit down here to be, oh, not quite that dark. Up and spread that around a bit, adding in some more contrast. Things pop a little more. Pick up that colour that I don't want there for now. And wet my paintbrush and pull this colour back out. So I can have some nice smooth transitions. I've just got a little chamois off to the side. We have everything under the umbrella on this side, so I'm just making it a little bit darker. Wasn't sure I was going to like these pencils, but they are quite nice. Now just on her little head I'm going to wet this and I might just grab a little more colour and push it out. Way more colour than I intended, so I'm just going to pick it up. Just using some clean water to lift up some of the colour. I had more than I planned. That's one hedgehog body done. I am going to do the other 2 and then I'll come back and my 3 little hedgehog quills are all coloured in. Now I'm just going to start at the bottom of these and really activate that paint and just pull it towards the top. If you're not getting as much colour as you want, you can grab your pencil, add the colour in and pull it up. Next I'm going to activate the blue and coax it up. Again I'm going to grab some blue off the pencil, build up some colour. I'm going to activate all the blue on the balloon. I'm going to add a bit more darkness to the outside and pull that into the centre. I'm going to make the rain boots red. Just picking up some of this water. Just making sure my hedgehogs are dry. I'm going to colour all over with the brown colour. Very lightly so that when I activate it with the water brush there shouldn't be too many lines left behind. I've just laid a light colouring all over of the brown colour and then very lightly I'm adding in some black just so that the colour of the brown changes slightly from the outside. And I'm just going to grab some of this pink, add in some rosy cheeks And grab my water brush and start watercolouring that out. Just make sure you really activate the black or you drag it out. Just need to add a little bit more black in. I went a little too light. Again, I'm really well activating these colours so that they mix together nicely. Little arms. And the aim of this is to make it so that his little arms and body stand out from his quills. I wanted to add a little bit more brown in there. I felt like it was a little too black. So I'm going to do the other two hedgehogs and then I'll come back. Now we have just a little camera to go. I think I'm going to give you a blue camera. I'm going to pick the colour straight up off the pencil. Not too worried about that round bit because I'm actually going to go over that with a marker. Just going to take some of this lighter blue for the centre. Lifting the colour off the flash, I didn't realise I'd gone over it. I'm just going to drop some of this lighter blue in. I've got a big market, I'm just going to go around the circular bit because I'm really not confident in trying to do that tiny little area with a paintbrush. Okay, that's the 3 hedgehogs done. I'm going to fussy cut them out and I'll be back. And I totally forgot about the quills, so before I fussy cut them out, I am going to do the quills because it will be a bit more difficult to do once they are fully cut out. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of black and tapping a tiny bit onto the quills. Then I'm cleaning my brush and pulling most of the water off and just fading out the quills. And I'm going to do that all of my little hedgehogs. And I'll be right back. Okay, I have my little hedgehogs all properly coloured in now. I'd also missed this little bit up here and the little handle, so I've just taken the big market and coloured the handle and the little knob at the top of the umbrella. And then I've taken my fine paintbrush with a little bit of the black on it and pulled it down for a little bit of grey. Now it's time to fussy cut them all out and it takes me forever, so I'll be back in a while after I've cut them all out. I have fussy cut my hedgehogs out. I've got a canvas and a cardstock panel and I'm going to put these ladies or gentlemen aside. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. This is a Montmartre pre-primed canvas. Again, I'm just randomly putting it on the paper. I'm not worried about where it's darker or lighter. Swirling it around to give the whole cardstock colour and to give it a vintagey antique feel. Just covering up all the white. Again, not worrying if some bits are darker than others. It adds to the mottled feel. And now I'm going to swap and do the same, see if I can do the same with the canvas. Just making sure to swirl in all different directions to get into the weave of the canvas. Now I'm going to switch to a walnut stain. My daughter stole my paper towel, so normally I'd do this on a paper towel, but this time I'm just using a tissue because that's what I had nearby, just to get some of that vintage photo out. And then I'm just going to blend out any bits that have gotten a bit too dark. Next I'm just going to grab a small amount of black soot to go around the edges. Just doing the side. I'm really trying not to overuse the black this time. I think I added a little bit too much to the box. Just going to use some antique linen to pull that in. Now this is actually card front size, so I am going to trim a small amount off. Just check that on my card base. Again, I'm going to grab the black, but this time I'm going to try and be very gentle going around my edges. Just add a hint of black. Again, I've just blended that out with the antique linen. To match our box, I have the London washi tape. I'm going to stick it right at the bottom. Wrap it round. And wrap that side round as well. We're not going to see it. I'm just going to grab my stamp platform, and I've kept out the stamps I knew I was going to want to use. I'm going to pick that up. I'm just going to make sure this is right up in the corner. Okay, so I have positioned Big Ben and the cab, and again I'm going to ink them up with the LDRS ink. Do the Big Ben again. I just stamped the LOVE on the canvas. I had to stamp it a few times. I actually flipped this round to rubber, and every time I've made sure this is pushed right up in the corner, I forgot to hit record. So embarrassing. So let's see what we can fit. Okay, this time I'm going to try my hardest to fit Big Ben and the bus on there. Giving really good pressure because of the canvas. And then I'm going to have to go again. You can do this as many or as little times as you like to make sure that the images are crisp. It does take just a little bit more work on a canvas because of all the texture. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it quits on that. I have this piece from when I messed up the stamping because I didn't make sure it was in the corner properly. So I'm going to use it for some sentiments. I think I'm going to take Sending Hedgehogs. Then I'm going to pick it up, make sure everything's nicely in the corner. One more for a nice impression. Now this one, because I need it straight away, I am going to heat set. I'm just going to give this a fishtail, and then I'm going to add some black soot. It's still a bit wet, so make sure it's nicely in the corner. I've just got this little scrap that I'm going to use. So now I've got Oh Snap, and I'm just going to give that a blast with the heat tool. I'm just going to make another fishtail. Black soot and add some more on. So I'm going to grab some foam tape. First of all, I'm going to put some behind Sending Hedgehogs and behind our hedgehog with the umbrella. I'll stick this on this hedgehog. I just got some more tape to add some behind this. I've just grabbed some Cool Tack clear foam tape because I need something on their little feet to hold them up, and I'm just cutting the tiniest little slivers. And I'm going to do the same for this little hedgehog. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water on them so that they match the box. That takes that right back to white. Then I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm just going to give them a second to dry, and then I'm going to go back over them with the brush and the antique linen. A bit too stark for me. So I'm just going to add back in a little bit of the colour that was taken away, just so it's not quite as white. Okay, now it's time to assemble. I'm going to add our little dude in, and then do the same for our little umbrella dude or dudette. Then I'm just going to position the banner with a small amount hanging over the edge. Grab my card base, and I'm going to add a good amount of foam tape to the back of this. I've done this one as a top folding card. You could do a side folding card if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. I'm just going to add a little bit of black around the edge. Side by side is our two projects from today. With our third project, I have an extra hedgehog for another project. So there is our two projects for today. We have a canvas, a card, and then the other day we made this box. And they'd make a nice little gift set. I forgot my envelope. And I had it out ready to go, and I'm going to grab the washi. I'm not going to add the colours to the envelope, but I am going to add the washi. I might actually wrap that round, and then I'm just going to trim it off. And then we have our little guy with the balloon, and I'm just going to stick some glue on the back of him. I'm going to use some Helmar glue, lob some glue around, trying not to let it get out the sides, but at the same time this is watercolour paper, so I want it to hold pretty good. Trying to spread out some of the blobs. Then I'm going to take a little balloon dude, stick it down, and I'm going to push down firmly on that. And there we have an envelope to match the rest of the things we've made. Now I could have gone over it with the antique linen, but it does have a bit of a powdery finish, so I thought I would just leave this one plain white. I hope you enjoyed the 3 things we made today. The thing that took the longest was actually colouring the hedgehogs and cutting them out, because fussy cutting takes ages for me. I did these 2 side by side so that it didn't take as much time, kind of like a production line. And then I'd totally forgotten about envelope, so now we have matching envelope for our card, and I have a little stand that I can stick my little canvas on. That would make a lovely gift for someone. I will put some tea and biscuits in the box. I might put some Australian tea in it. I've got some Australian tea, and then find some nice biscuits that are wrapped up to go in there. I hope you enjoyed what I created with this month's Hedgehog Hollow box. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hit the bell if you want to be notified when more videos come up. On a side note, I'm going to be changing days that I upload. I am hoping to upload from next week on Tuesday and Fridays. And don't forget to check out Saturday's video, as it will be a 500 sub party. So if you want to see what the prizes will be, make sure you check out the video. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.